Well guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna start painting our French tanks of the Flames of War Blitzkrieg starter set. I've got my examples ready at the hand because I want to make each tank a little bit different. And I've already did one test vehicle. It's not finished yet, but then you see what we're aiming for. Now you wonder, why did you make a test vehicle without us? Well, that's because I'm using new paints to me, and this is also a new scale to me. So I just wanted to make sure that what I had in mind would work in this particular scale. So enough talking, let's get started. So these French tanks I will brush paint. For that I've got my little palette, I've got a fine brush, and I'm using for this one French colors from Mig. I haven't seen them yet in the Atom version, so I will just use my old MIG paints. You can see from this tank, it's more or less how they depict it on the box, color-wise. I would have liked the blue to be a little bit lighter, so I might use a different blue or mix it up a bit, we'll see. So this set can be used all the way from World War I up to World War II. So it's a handy set to have. And I'm gonna start with the Samurai tank, and I've got a pattern in mind which you'll see develop as we go along. Normally when I brush paint I don't mix my paints, or I have to say thin my paints. First color I'm gonna use is forest green. Now you gotta shake it really good, especially if you haven't used them for quite a while. This will be the darker of the two greens I'm gonna use. And I can apply this color around the base here, around the base here, and on the turret I will do that one later. Don't need to be too precise as the pattern is a bit wavy. And you can always fix it with the next color. And the French camo does have the black stripes between each camo layer, so now my book doesn't show the front and back of all the models, so I'm just going to use a little bit of my imagination here. Now I do have to keep in mind that I keep you guys in camera. And let it dry before you put on the second layer. That's always important. Make sure you hit everything that you want. Because if all goes well, we shouldn't have to get back on this color. For the turret, I will use the different green. Okay, shake it. And this will be pale green. Now the downside of brush painting is that the pre-shading is almost completely gone when you're finished. But we'll get some detail again when we start to go dry brushing or washing. If you choose to do this kind of camo with an airbrush, you'll see that the pre-shading still works quite good because you can adjust the thickness of each layer. as you go along. Okay, just let it dry for now. Gonna start up with the next one. Put it aside a bit. And we're gonna add some brown to the mix. Now I wasn't really happy with the blue color on this tank, so I just made a new blue color, mixed them up a bit. See how this one dries up. It's really bright now, but I'm hoping it will dry up a bit less bright. My hands are a bit shaky today, which doesn't help with painting with a brush. We'll manage. Okay. This one will also get a bit of blue on the turret. I used German gray for this because I'm under the opinion that the French gray is not gray enough for my liking. Okay, so another few done. Now this is really bright blue, but when you look at the colors in the book, it can be really bright blue. So yeah, I thought why not, and I will tone it down with a filter before we are finished, so it should help it blend a bit more. So they've dried overnight now, and I will continue to put on some more exotic colors. These hulls are practically finished, but the turrets need some more color to them, so I will use some blues and even some purples on that, a bit more or less like this one with gray and blue tints on it. And I also done the Germans a few early war brown gray camo. The rest will stay Panzergrau as a whole. So these are now ready for detailing. I'm gonna paint the rubber on the wheels black, and after that give the tools some color, and then they will receive a clear coat of glossy varnish, so we can continue weathering them, make the details pop out a bit more. And for the French, still gotta paint the little ones, because I wanted a bit more exotic colors on that, on those, but that takes a bit more time. So let's see how it goes. Again, I'm gonna use a simple brush, and after that a normal fine liner to draw the black lines between the different colors. You can just get it at your local office supply store. So I've painted them all in their camouflage colors now. You can see here the early war German brown gray. And I must say, I had some difficulty with the French tanks. I'm also not sure yet if it's to my liking. I found it quite difficult with these tiny tanks to get them painted like on the pictures. So it's also not 100% the same as on the pictures. Colors are quite correct, but the pattern maybe not. But at this moment it's the best I could do. Now it's time to draw the black lines along the different camo colors to make them stand out even more, and it's because what the French did. After that we'll continue with detailing, like tracks, exhaust, a wash to make the details pop out, and continue from there. So the next job is kind of a pain in the ass. Draw all the black lines along the camo. I did one just to try out if it works what I had in mind. I'm just using a fine liner, the finest one I could find in the house, and it's okay, and it does make it look a lot better. So I'm gonna try another one. This one has less lines to draw, so it will be a bit more easy. Just try to follow the border between the colors that we've made. Which isn't always that easy because of all the detail relief that your pen gets hooked on behind. And sometimes it's just difficult to see what we've done. I did mess up my radio antenna a bit, so I'll probably have to reattach that before we're done.